And welcome back. Well, look over the shoulder of this man having a meal on a patio. Can you see it? You can see the dog paying close attention to him. Or maybe it's the food he's after. What do you think?
Know.
It's the food. A lot of dog owners love their dogs so much. They want to take them everywhere they go.
Yeah, those dogs may seem just excited to be out and about, but they can actually get stressed out sometimes by that. So it's time for a little learning with Leann, Boucha and Jennifer Smieja. They are back from HAWS to help you observe your dog's behavior and reward the good ones. I think it's great to pay a little bit more attention to it. Great to see both of you.
Thanks for
you
being
so
here.
much.
Thank you.
And who do we have here?
This is Lexi. Lexi
Hi,
is
Lexi.
4 years
Where you
old.
going?
She's an Australian Shepherd mix.
She's pretty.
And she's missing a leg,
She
right?
is a tripod, yeah. She just had her
Aw.
surgery about 10 days ago. You would never know that she
I would have thought
hasn't
she was
been-
born with it the way she walks.
It's not stopping her. She is just go, go, go. No issues with movement, no issues health-wise. She's going to be great. She's going to need, you know, a little bit of accommodation, you know.
Yes.
But she did have a little trouble getting into the car, so carry her around for that. But no, she's doing fantastic. She is going to be just awesome. She's only 4 years old, so lots of life left.
There, you can see her missing leg right
There
there.
it is.
So only 10 days and pretty healed up,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, she's doing
girl.
phenomenal.
Yeah. So you're talking about behavior today and dogs being in new situations they're not used to. Obviously, Lexi's in a new situation she's not used to, and so you're helping her along with some snacks. But what sorts of behaviors do you see animals having when they're in a situation they're not aware of?
So Lexi is the perfect example today. I think we brought a dog at baseline.
Yeah.
She did not lay down while we arrived early in the green room until about a half hour after we were here.
Because she was so hyper alert.
That's how long it took her to settle. She wanted to walk, so I walked up and down the hallways with her. I just let her sniff. She had a slack leash. She could go where she wanted to go. I let her acclimate to the environment that way. She wouldn't eat. So that's always an indicator. I have very high value food with me. I have string cheese and hot dogs, and we have this beef tendon chew.
I find those as high value
Oh,
food
yeah.
as well.
She wouldn't eat. She wouldn't eat when we initially arrived. She started taking treats only after she laid down in the green room by Jen.
So I think this is a good point because I think a lot of animal owners think, okay, if I let my dog control me in the situation, then I'm not the boss anymore. I'm not the pack leader. But I like the fact that you're saying, no, you really need to listen to them. If they need to go walk, if they need to explore, if they need to take 30 minutes, that's not you giving being a bad owner, that's you being a good owner.
The biggest thing for us is we know how sweet she is. Her temperament just shines. She's a very, very affectionate, affiliative dog. People, you know, when we arrive here, they're like, oh, hi, Lexi. And she walks towards them. They go out to pet, and she's like, nope, I can't. She's kind of looking past people. She was stress panting a lot. She yawned a couple times when we first got here. She wasn't settled. She wasn't in the right
she's not even smelling her
headspace
hands yet. She's still checking out the cameras and the lights.
Exactly. Just before we went live, she backed up over here when she was watching the cameras. So it's really helpful to know their body language and to just let them acclimate before we would even begin to ask her to offer work. You know, or I never asked her to sit in the half hour that she was here. I didn't ask her to do any hand targeting. She couldn't yet.
Yeah, she just couldn't focus. And I like the idea that you suggest about the exercise.
Oh,
physical.
there she goes.
Now she's chilling.
Yes. Good girl.
I like that idea of giving them both a physical and mental exercise before you go into a new situation because it allows them to maybe work out some of those things and then they're more in a capacity to relax.
Right.
So you say it's important to let them acclimate like you've been doing with her here today, let them get to know the situation, the location, kind of just check it all out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what are we seeing in some of these photos? Obviously this one we saw dog checking out the food.
So this is one of our Mod Squad members, Larry at HAWS, working with one of our current adoptables, that's Morty, and he's teaching him the go to bed or stationing cue on a mat, and he's working in the busy lobby. So Morty's working on developing a sense of focus on the handler despite the distractions. And this is actually my puppy, Murgy, in our training class. She was offering beautiful eye contact during a handling exercise. We were learning to towel the dog off to get them comfortable with that, and I just draped it over her head. Some comedic relief. These are past clients of mine in a loose leash walking class. This is a beagle, a highly scent-oriented distraction. You know, distractions trump his focus in many different settings. And at week 6, this was graduation photos, he was making beautiful eye contact with his handlers, as was this dog in a training class with Carroll University students last year. She has since been adopted. She offered brilliant eye contact despite despite 6 other dogs barking in the class.
Wow. I would imagine the sense of accomplishment that not only the dog feels, but the owner feels to have that relationship of mutual respect is really great. And I think so many people think that their dog is just ill-behaved, but really you just have to learn how to train them and use the motivators that you mentioned.
And it does not happen overnight. Like I said, Lexi, this has been an hour of a little bit of anxiousness and a new environment to get her to lay down. So
and look at her now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And don't ever assume that every dog is going to like every situation. Sometimes your dog is not going to put up with going to the dog park or going to a cafe. You know, just like not everybody likes every kind of crowd or activity. Sometimes it's not going to happen. Don't force it, you know. And if your dog isn't the cafe dog, well, it looks like you have to go by yourself and have a glass of wine. But, you know, it is what it is. But you work through them, give them time, patience, all those things that, remember that they're not thinking like we are.
Yeah.
Right.
And practice. Yep. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You can contact Leann Boucha at the Behavioral Department at HAWS. Here's the information, hawspets.org or 262-542-8851 for more. You guys are located in Waukesha. Thanks so much.
Great to see both of you. Thank you so much. I know you're going to find a good home.
Yeah, and she's available for adoption, right?
Yes, she
So
is.
adopt Lexi. Look at her.
Thanks, ladies.
Beautiful girl.